Welcome along to another episode of All Hands on Tech. I'm your host, Claire Quirion, and today we're diving into the ever-long evolving world of creator marketing, brand storytelling, and social media magic. And who better to guide us through that conversation than Daphne North, who is the Director of Product Marketing and Content at Dash Social. Formerly known as Dash Hudson, this powerhouse platform has rebranded and reimagined what it means to connect brands with creators. And the results are seriously impressive. From their last all-new creator management platform to their fresh industry report, Dash Social is leading the charge in how brands grow their content that actually connects. Welcome, Daphne.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. This is so exciting.
So exciting.
So this is your first podcast?
First podcast, but huge podcast listener. And true crime especially.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a big moment for you.
Living
the dream. Yeah. I love it. Well, we'll get things started with some rapid fire questions.
All right.
And then we'll go into the real meat of the podcast.
Okay, sounds perfect.
Okay, so we'll start easy. What is your ideal coffee order?
Americano misto with almond milk, but if I'm feeling really fun and playful, sometimes I put a bit of vanilla in it.
Oh my God.
I know.
What's the misto part?
It's just like steamed milk in the Americano.
Okay.
It sounds fancier than it is.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. If you weren't working in marketing, what would you be doing?
So I think my strengths kind of lean towards, if I wasn't working in marketing, I definitely probably want to work in hospitality. I envision some sort of B&B, running a B&B with my husband. He's a really great cook and a lot, would be able to manage things, but I could be the host and it would have as many pugs there as I could possibly have with it still being sanitary. So tons of pugs frolicking around.
Wow.
Yeah. Big pug girl.
You are ready for that.
I'm ready.
You were ready for that question. Yes. And that's a differentiator, like very niche.
It is. I think like pug people are kind of crazy. I can speak because I am one. And so I think we would have a very niche audience that would love it.
I like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Have you ever been to the Flying Apron? It's like on the way.
On the Cabot Trail?
No.
Am I wrong?
Maybe I'm getting the name wrong. It's like by Windsor.
Oh, no.
And they do, like the husband is a professional chef. And so she like runs the inn. Maybe it's not the Flying Apron.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
And he does all the cooking, and then he also has like cooking classes. So you can buy packages.
Amazing.
Whether like he teaches you how to cook or just cooks for you, and there's like a
so our packages would be pug snuggles.
yeah. You'll have to come up with some experiences to sell, but I love that. I'll be booking.
Yeah, perfect. I love it. First customer.
So my ideal weekend would be spending it at your pug castle. But what would your ideal weekend look like?
I think my ideal weekend is getting up, going to a really good gym class, then, having some pug cuddles and watching maybe my Dateline that I record, and then a really amazing meal either out or having people over with friends or my husband. So yeah, I think just kind of simple.
I love it.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
Oh my gosh, there's too many.
I know.
Plug for my friend who owns Bar Kismet. I mean, you can't go wrong. She's so talented. So
that's incredible.
I think that's got to be that. And I love the cocktails at Ostrich Club. And they are also pug people, so I love them.
Bar Kismet's also my top pick.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How many pugs do you have?
2. I just got a second one this year. It's wild.
Just need to get that out there in the open before we continue.
Okay. I know. I haven't gone as far as starting an Instagram account, but twist my rubber arm because it could be coming.
You have to start building a brand before you open your business. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're Hank and Moira Rose. They're their names, and yeah, I think that would get followers easily.
Big time.
Yeah,
big time. I love it. Okay, so we know a little bit more about you.
Too much, probably.
No, I love it. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started with Dash Social?
Yeah, so I've been really fortunate that I've worked in Halifax's tech industry for about 10 years, no more than that now. So I've been a fan of Dash for a very long time. I've joined the team just over 3 years ago, and so I was fortunate enough to have a friend who worked at the company who saw an opportunity. They were hiring for a senior product marketing manager, and she thought I'd be a really great fit. I now run the product marketing and content team. I have really the best job of getting to share all of our amazing features about the platform and our thought leadership with the world. So I guess I kind of went from being a big fan of Dash to their biggest brand ambassador. So it's kind of a little love story.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that helps so much when you have recognition of the brand and you kind of know what you're getting into. You know that
Totally.
you'd be like aligned with what they do.
Totally.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Super
I love
fun.
it.
So for those who are unfamiliar with Dash, what sets you, like, what do you do? What sets you apart from other crowd social marketing platforms, analytic platforms?
Yeah, so I could talk about Dash forever. We are a social media management platform, and we really are powering social media management and workflows for the biggest brands in the world. The list is really impressive. Highly recommend checking out our website. But what sets us apart from everyone is that we are truly built for social media marketers and social teams and marketing teams and what they need from the platform today. Because as we all know, social moves so fast. So whether it's the fact that teams are, feeling really confident in their next move with our brand specific insights, or it's really a way for them to consolidate all of their reporting across owned, earned, and paid to feel really confident in the impact of social and being able to, prove that to their leadership teams. Dash has and really continues to build a platform that helps brands today and helps them save time ultimately so they can really get back to the fun stuff in marketing.
Awesome. So it's really evolved over so many years. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it started as like influencer marketing.
Yep.
Analytics and
so it was really focused. It started out as actually a fashion app for men, and then evolved into, that was on the rise of Instagram and really kind of took off and evolved, really focusing on Instagram more specifically. But as the channels and the platforms and the company grew, it evolved as well to really service those social marketing teams.
That's really cool.
I know, it's super
It's
cool.
been in the game a long time. Like it's
Over
really
10
grown.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, which is 10 years is like 100 years in social media
and
world.
It changed, like the evolution is astonishing.
Bananas,
even since
yeah.
I've joined, it's so much has happened.
Yeah. How many staff do you have?
Oh my gosh, I don't know off the top of my head, but definitely I'm thinking 240 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. I need to
I'll be
fact
pulling
check.
up the
I'm like,
records.
can I call a friend? Yeah.
We'll say 200 plus.
Yeah,
That's a big range.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, and it's
amazing.
scale like across the entire. We have people in the UK. We have people in the US. We have people in the West Coast. We have people in Poland. Like it's
Wow.
really it's amazing.
That is
Super
really
global
cool.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. So you recently rebranded from Dash Hudson to Dash Social.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this rebrand? What inspired it? Yeah. Why make the
Honestly,
change?
it was a super natural transition. All of our customers call us Dash. And then the new name actually really now more clearly reflects our position in the market, Dash Social. So it's very clear what we're doing. And it's really important because we are continuing to scale globally to just be super crystal clear about who we are and what we do.
Right.
But it's very natural. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think all of our customers were just already calling us Dash. We just leaned into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did the rebrand for you. I was even calling you Dash. That's the way it works. That's awesome. And there would be so many competitors in that space. So I think it's important to be like really clear about what you
crystal
offer.
Clear,
Yeah.
sound a little bit more on the nose of exactly who we are and what we do. It's gone over really well though.
Good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big, like you had to roll out the red carpet and be like, now call us this. Because I think it was like, it's close enough to the original name that people kind of got it.
Yeah, and it was again, it was really natural for our customers. I mean, there's obviously a lot of implications that go with a rebrand, but it went super, super smoothly. And honestly, I think the team was just really, we work with such a great team that was really well prepared for it, and it feels right.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. So can you provide an overview of the creator management platform? Like explain a little bit about how it works, how it streamlines marketing campaigns for brands. Like what is kind of your your special offering? Like, why is it different?
Yeah, I think for us, we built it based on what we were seeing the need for, and we really unify every aspect of what modern influencer programs need to be in one streamlined solution. Well, so it's really designed for speed and clarity and ultimately for results, and just to help them run these campaigns super efficiently. There's a lot that goes into running these influencer campaigns, especially with these brands that we work with at that global scale. No, it was important for us to build it in a way that made sense for what our customers' needs are and what the market needs. And we knew exactly that what they did based on, listening and understanding their pain points really well. But it ultimately, in addition to bringing it into Dash, it brings together your owned creator and paid content under one roof, which really helps streamline, eliminate those silos, and you get that complete picture with no kind of fragmented insights and siloed metrics. So it's been really amazing. I think one example that really helps us stand out is our creator discovery features. It really helps brands find creators that make sense for them based on, it's not as time consuming. You're not going through Instagram and TikTok. We're surfacing those insights for you right away so you can find the right fit. I need a minute for water.
I think that's really interesting to think about, because and maybe people don't realize this. Well, I think it's safe to assume that working with creators, especially depending on the size of them, is not cheap. So you want to understand kind of the impact that's having, right? Like, that's a large investment for a lot of these brands, depending on who they're working for or who they're working with. So I think having like one spot where you have those insights, you can see results, like return, because marketing can be kind of seen as ambiguous sometimes, and that can be really hard for companies to put money behind it. But what you've built is an area where you can kind of prove the value and show results.
And that's the big part of it, is being able to track that impact and trust the numbers. So campaigns are only as strong as the results behind them. And ultimately, we want to give that full visibility with really rich metrics, and also just bringing it into one place where you can make those decisions, understand what's working from a creator point of view, who's driving your KPIs versus where you should be maybe not investing in. And you can see that in real time and make those decisions and feel very confident in it, because ultimately it is budget. But it also is a really great way to just see it all together and how they're all playing alongside your organic and paid.
Yeah. Working a holistic strategy, not just in silos.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, our goal is to help marketers move fast and, feel really confident in every decision they're making, because there's a lot going on right now. Yeah. One other area that I think is important for, not just the metrics and not just finding them, but there's a lot of workflows that are happening behind the scenes. Like, how are you briefing the creators? How are you managing their deliverables? I think ultimately the goal of all of our tools, but specifically bringing the creator management into Dash, is to allow teams to work as one team and move faster. So managing all of those workflows specifically for creator management, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes, outreach and, tracking deliverables and approvals and timelines, and really just being able to centralize that in one place for visibility, but also just to sync it all together and scale those programs in real time is a really big advantage for us.
Yeah. That makes such a difference. I mean, even when I just, reflecting on the programming that we do at Digital Nova Scotia, and when we talk about like upskilling programs and that kind of stuff, a lot of it's like teaching people how to use tools. Like, we don't necessarily need to teach people how to be a developer, how to do this. It's like, how do you use AI? How do you use tools? How do you use social platform tools? Like, because especially for small businesses who don't have the infrastructure, or all the experts, a massive team of experts, like can be life-changing to have like a good suite of tools that can save time and do things that like they don't have capacity for or don't have necessarily skills for,
No, absolutely. So, seriously, it really is just, at the end of the day, our goal is to empower those global, incredible social teams to just be able to get back to the stuff, being creative, being strategic, and giving them things to save time in their workflows and their reporting, and being able to prove what they're doing is working, because social first strategies are really driving momentum.
Yeah. Super interesting. So How have you seen creator and influencer marketing evolve over the past few years?
It's growing so fast. I think we as consumers can see that as well. It went from something that some brands would explore and do really well, but now it's really a non-negotiable for brands leading with social first strategies. At the end of the day, what we're seeing, or what we all are seeing, is that based on how the platforms are changing and the algorithms, your audience isn't distinguishing between a brand content versus a creator content versus a piece of paid content. They're seeing it all in the same feed, in the same stream. So investing in each of those areas has never been more important. One of the most exciting shifts we are seeing right now is how AI is transforming the creator economy, especially for brands working with user-generated content. We recently just launched TikTok user-generated content. Which was an amazing, it's a very highly anticipated launch that helps surface how your brand's being talked about when people are tagging you. And now brands can tap into that content, leveraging our AI to understand what the best stuff is to repost. So it's really opening up these opportunities for more authentic engagement, but it also gives brands ways to, alleviate some of the need to create those brand assets, because they know they can use the stuff that people are already creating high quality content to really connect your brand with that human experience. So that's really important now. But I think honestly, just being involved in you're having a strategy that leverages organic creator, and then leveraging what's those top performers into and putting some paid behind it is really where we're seeing brands succeed the most right now.
That's so cool. And when you think about TikTok, I think that really shook things up. It's so different.
So different.
And how people use it. And it's
Yep.
super interactive
Yep.
and conversational. So I'll be on the most random TikTok, and there'll be brands replying in the comments, and they weren't tagged. There's no hashtag with their name. So sometimes I think, how did they find this? Because those do so well, and that's
So well.
It's not a famous content creator who's talking about them, but it's when they're interacting in those comments, then it blows up, and then it's so it's so interesting, and that would be so hard to. I can see it being really intimidating for a brand to be how do we know where that's happening? So a tool like Dash is just.
Yeah, that's social listening for us.
Social
really
listening,
understanding. Well, we really, engaging with your community is one thing, and it has become so important because you can't be everything to everybody. It's not always. So really leaning in. That's also why leveraging creators is really great. They have those built-in communities and they're so connected. But tools like social listening really enable brands that kind of broader consumer insight where you can, as you can see from brands that do it amazingly, make a cheeky comment and be part of a bigger conversation. And that can be just as impactful as a really strong organic piece of content. There's no rules. It's all about just testing and learning. It is. It's about testing and learning and really finding where your brand can make an impact based on, and I don't know how social media managers do it. Obviously, Dash helps, but they're so on top of everything. So we just want to make their jobs easier so they can find more of those moments and really understand how they can see the best return on investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you talked a bit about how Dash is using AI. Are there any other ways you're tapping into it, from an analytics perspective or?
Yeah, no, I love this conversation. I love talking about it because it really is a huge shout out to our research and development team and everyone at Dash, because we've been leveraging AI since 2016. We really, I know, not to not to brag, but we've been at the forefront of AI innovation, and we've been doing it since before it was since it was
trendy.
A buzzword. Yeah, very trendy. Yeah. So our AI really began with, we are very visual and creative first and focused for the brands that use us. And we really took it as an opportunity to build out AI to support with content predictions based on your unique brands' historical performance. So we have this ever learning AI technology we call Vision, and it analyzes so many elements. I'm not even going to try to list them all, but like tone and contrast and composition of your content. And it will then give you an indicator on if this is going to be a top performing piece of content, if this is going to be an above average, or if it's just not necessarily going to be the top or best performing piece of content. And so it's almost like this gut check of, you're going in the right direction by leveraging, because it's all based on your own brand's unique performance. It also overlays on top of UGC. You can see how your competitor content might inspire your content strategy. I'm obsessed with Vision. I literally am fangirling here. No, and it's, but that's only one use case, but that's where it started. We've been here, we've been investing, it's been learning for nearly 10 years. And then some of our recent examples, of course, as we've evolved AI over time, has been reporting and data insights. We are an insights platform at our core. We're there to provide social marketing teams the understanding of how their strategies are working. So we've taken, complex data, tons of data sets, and invested in improving their overall, making it super digestible. So we have new summaries across the platform that give you take a big dashboard of insights, and you're able to consolidate and get a summary of the key takeaways. What are the important things that you should be taking away from, this monthly report, as well as, easy copy and paste into your overall reports to your leadership. We also have conversational AI now. So really, we're just enabling brands these are all tasks you have to do. You have to report on what's going on. How can you do that faster so that you can then action those insights quicker? Another thing is speaking to our creator tools. We also, as mentioned, our creator discovery, using AI to surface those creators that make sense for you to potentially partner with, at least just to make it so that you can see it and then go from there. We also have in our social listening specific topics that might make sense based on your brand that you should be following along. So hair care, if you're a hair care company, and surfacing those types of conversations and topics across the broader internet, I guess, and social landscape. We do a lot. So cool. There's more, I know and we're investing in it very much this year, specifically in the reporting and insights and data analysis, definitely just to help streamline those workflows. But I guess just at the end of the day, we're in the business of trying to make our customers work smarter and faster so they can get back to the fun stuff and not even just the fun stuff, the important stuff in marketing, the strategy, the creative, and really doubling down on that. So just giving them the tools to work faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Vision is your own
proprietary AI.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a difference too.
Yeah.
One, because you've had it for almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
And it's your own tool that you've built in-house, and I think that adds a lot of legitimacy around it, and maybe curbs some hesitancy, or and it also gives you more control. If you have, I'm sure your clients give you feedback on what they want and what would be useful to them.
Totally.
So you being able to control kind of what it can do. Obviously, you need to develop it. It's easier said than done, but it does give you more of that control than using in third-party tools.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just kind of, it is really interesting that that it has blown up in that way, where the team at Dash has been just investing in it, but investing on use cases to support our customers, not just adding functionality for the sake of adding functionality. It's really on how to enable them to work faster so they can really focus on that creative and social first strategy.
Right. The things that can't be.
Yes,
automated.
exactly. Yeah. That's what we like to say.
What advice? So you obviously work with a range of clients all the time, and maybe some of them who haven't worked with creators and influencers in the past. Is there any advice you'd give to brands who are just beginning to explore the idea of creator and influencer marketing? Any kind of words of wisdom before they get started?
Yeah, I think there's just such a big opportunity that brands can build engagement and authenticity in a way that is beyond their organic reach. So starting small and staying curious and being ready to learn and explore what's next. I think we actually just released our social media trends report. It comes out twice a year. It was in January and it was all around creators. Naturally, we were launching our creator management platform. But I think really there's 3 key takeaways from that. It's around starting with the right partners, creators who align with your brand identity, your storytelling, and your values will naturally produce content that is in line or resonates with your target audience. Playing to different platform strengths is also, so testing and learning, what is TikTok doing for you versus Instagram? They are potentially driving different KPIs, whether it's awareness and reach or engagement. So really kind of learning and playing into what you're trying to accomplish with creators. And then ultimately, like thinking about shareability first. The social algorithms are changing really fast, and they really are starting to reward that content that's getting shared. It's a metric that we're definitely telling brands to watch. I know as a personal user, when I like something, I'm sharing it with my friends and my family and things like that. I'm less that the user behavior's changed, and it's not necessarily a like and comment you're getting from an action. So really, prioritizing that KPI. But what we've noted is that creators are really great at creating that shareable content. We saw that on TikTok. Creators are getting 10 times more shares than brand content. So then if that's a KPI that you're focusing on and you want to tap into, creators are a really great way to do that. So yeah.
The algorithm is so different than it used to be.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It takes like a millisecond for my explore page on Instagram, TikTok, anywhere, like to change.
Yeah.
No. I find it so funny too. Like my mom will text me. She'd be like, I keep getting videos about this. I don't know. Like, I can't make them stop. I'm like, well, stop watching them. She's like, I'm like, well, you're watching them? She's like, well, yeah, it's all I see. I'm like, well, they're going to keep serving you videos about shoveling. I don't know. Like, it's so quick to learn about you. And it gets you kind of into these deep holes, sometimes these portals that whether you wanted it or not.
I know.
Yeah,
honestly, so many pugs and so much.
Okay, but
so many pugs and so much reality TV. I'm like, wow, I need to broaden my horizon, or like what I'm searching using social media for. Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, well, obviously Dash has done so much, evolving so quickly. What's next? Is there anything like really big on the horizon, big projects, big changes? Anything you want to pitch?
I think in 2025, our main focus really is going to be on improving and optimizing our reporting specifically for customers through automation and AI. So that's a huge thing. We've always been at the forefront of AI innovation, and our main goal is just to continue to enable our customers to drive their top engagement on social, really feel super informed and confident in their social strategies, so they can take that data and run with it, as well as report to the success of their social campaigns back to any leadership, and prove that value, because really right now social has never been more important. I think another area where we really are focusing on is we are to focus on enabling our enterprise businesses and customers to really, through stronger global and regional reporting, but operationally. So a lot of the brands that we work with are, whoa, sorry, I hit the microphone. Have a lot of brands under one umbrella. So really connecting, again, we're all about making sure there's visibility and connecting teams so they can see the full picture. So really working on continuing to invest in that and those functions in the business. But lots of exciting things. It's always changing. Social is always changing. So talk to me in a few months and it might be completely different.
We'll have to bring you back.
Oh my gosh,
we'll
that'd be
have to
so
bring
nice.
you back. That's great. I mean, this has been a really interesting conversation. It's amazing to see the growth of Dash Social and like all the cool things that you're doing. And I think this is a really relevant topic. A lot of people are going to be really interested in hearing what you guys are up to. And I just think like creator content, like that's a whole world.
Totally.
That so many people don't know about or like really understand how it works. And I've really enjoyed this. So thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
We'll bring you back and see how things have changed. But this is amazing. Congrats to Dash and all the changes and all the great work you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.